Good morning, children. Welcome to English class. Today we are going to learn Unit-5, the concert, written by Shanta Rameshwar Rao. Before going to the lesson, let us know something about the author. Shanta Rameshwar Rao was born in the year 1924. She is an Indian writer of myths, legends, folk tales, stories, and picture books for children. Her important literary works are In Tales of Ancient India, Children's Mahabharata, and In Worship of Shiva. The present lesson, the concert, is written about a boy who was suffering from cancer and who was very fond of music. Children, in this lesson, we have two important characters. One is Smita and the other one is Anand. Now let us know something about Smita. She was 16 years old girl. She had a younger brother, Anand, who was 15 years old. In the beginning of the lesson, Smita was reading newspaper excitedly about Pandit Ravi Shankar's concert. She was also learning table tennis along with her younger brother. In this lesson, she tried to fulfill her brother's last wish by inviting Pandit Ravi Shankar to her house. What was Smita doing in the beginning of the lesson, children? In the beginning of the lesson, she was reading a newspaper excitedly about Pandit Ravi Shankar's concert. How old was Smita? Smita was 16 years old and she had a younger brother who was 15 years old and his name was Anand. In this lesson, she tried to fulfill her brother's last wish. What was that last wish? The last wish of her brother was to attend the music concert of his favorite musician, Pandit Ravi Shankar. The next important character is Anand. As you know, he was 15 years old and he was the younger brother of Smita, who was 16 years old. He was suffering from cancer and taking bed rest. He was confined to bed as he was suffering from cancer. He heard the news about Pandit Ravi Shankar's visit to Shanmugananda auditorium. So he wanted to go there. What news did Anand hear, children? He heard the news about Pandit Ravi Shankar's visit to Shanmugananda auditorium. So he wanted to go there. Why he wanted to go there? Because he was the fan of Pandit Ravi Shankar. Attending Pandit Ravi Shankar's concert was his last wish. What was his last wish? Attending Pandit Ravi Shankar's concert was his last wish. So children, now you got to know about the two important characters in this lesson. Now let's comprehend the lesson. Anand was suffering from cancer and was taking bed rest. That time, his sister Smita read the newspaper excitedly about Pandit Ravi Shankar's concert, which will be held at Shanmugananda auditorium the next day. So, who was suffering from cancer? Anand was suffering from cancer and he was confined to bed rest. Anand's sister Smita will read the newspaper excitedly about Pandit Ravi Shankar's concert, which will be held at Shanmugananda auditorium the next day. Where was the concert going to be held? It was going to be held at Shanmugananda auditorium. They were staying in Bombay for Anand's treatment. Anand and his family were staying in Bombay for his treatment. They stayed in Aunt Sushila's apartment in Bombay. Where did they stay in Bombay? In Aunt Sushila's apartment. When Smita read the newspaper loudly, her mother warned her to keep quiet. Her mother told Smita to keep quiet because Anant was taking bed rest. He need sleep and rest. But the boy was not asleep. Tried to raise himself on his elbows, but he couldn't. He was very eager to hear him and see him. Mother told him, "Lie down, son, lie down." Seeing her son's condition, she felt very sad and prayed God. Anant told that I must hear him and see him. It is the chance of lifetime. Smita felt very guilty for disturbing her brother. She had known the frightening truth that he was going to die. He was suffering from cancer and doctors gave no hope. Her family came to Bombay with the high hopes in the miracles of modern science. They thought Anant would be cured at the hospital and he would again walk and run and even take part in the forthcoming table tennis tournament. By seeing the condition of her brother, Smita felt very guilty for disturbing him. She had known the frightening truth that he was going to die. Smita knew that her brother was going to die because he was suffering from cancer, and the doctors also gave no hope. Her family had come to Bombay with the high hopes in the miracles of modern science. They thought that Anant would be cured one day. He would walk again and run and even take part in the forthcoming table tennis tournament. They had a high hopes in the doctors of multi-speciality hospital and they thought that the medicines would cure him. But his condition grew worse day by day. As the days rolled by, his condition was getting worse, was becoming worse. Doctor advised them to take him home, give him the things he likes and indulge him. The doctor told him to take home and give all the things he likes and look after him well because he was going to die. He was counting his days. Though the family came to know the frightening truth that he was going to die, the family did not voice their fears. They did not show their fears and pain to him. They laughed and smiled and talked and surrounded Anant with whatever made him happy. They were giving all the things whatever he was liking and the things whatever made him happy. They tried to fulfill all his desires and now he was asking to go to the concert, the chance of a lifetime. The family tried to fulfill all his wishes, and at last, what he was asking was to go to the concert of Pandit Ravi Shankar, and it was the chance of a lifetime. He was very eager to attend the concert of his favorite musician, Pandit Ravi Shankar. Children, I hope all of you have understood till here. The further part of the lesson will be explained in the next class. Thank you.